This is called half Persian 4-in-1. Now that may sound pretty nerdy, but it looks really great and people love it. Also, there are many tutorials for this weave already, but this one is special. I designed it to stand alone, meaning that you shouldn't have to look at 2 or 3 other tutorials to learn how to do this. The goal was to produce a tutorial that a person of any skill level could comprehend and remember in minutes, rather than hours. This weave is widely regarded as a difficult one to learn, but using this method, it doesn't have to be. My tutorial offers you a new perspective, and that is why most of the people I've already taught learned in less than half an hour. With some practice, you'll soon be able to start this weave in less than a minute, like it's no big deal. First of all, one of the common blunders I've seen people make is that they try to analyze this weave from the top. This would be like trying to start someone out with juggling 7 things instead of simply 2 or 3. It's too complicated and confusing, and luckily, it's also unnecessary. While holding the weave and adding rings, your natural perspective will be mostly from the side, so our focus will primarily be there. Now for the fun part. Starting this weave is easier if you have a firm grasp on how to add rings to it, but in order to do that, you also need to already have a short length to add to. For this reason, I will show you how to add rings first, and then we will start the weave from scratch. Adding rings is done in pairs. To save time, I've already got 2 piles of rings, one open, one closed. Now I know this end is ready to receive more rings because this green one only has 1 ring passing through it. I'll be referring to this as the end ring. On the other end, even if the gold ring wasn't here, both rings have 2 or 3 others passing through them. Anyway, place a closed ring on an open one. Hold the pair by the open ring, allowing the closed one to hang down. Your other hand should have a firm grip near the end ring, with its row on the top, also with it hanging down. Bring the open ring up through the end ring, pivot it slightly, and rotate the blue ring through 2 green rings. Which 2? Always the 2 after the end ring. This should be the natural path for your open ring, and be careful not to rotate it through any of the rings on the bottom row. Also, as long as you brought the open ring in your pair up through the end ring, you can ignore the closed ring while you're doing all this. It will automatically become your new end ring. And that's the pattern. Take 2, bring the open ring up through the end, pivot, rotate through 2, and close. Take 2, bring the open ring up through the end, pivot and rotate through 2, and close. Alright, now for starting from scratch. To begin with, take 3 closed rings and hook them on an open one. Close it. Hold 2 on the left, 1 on the right. For the next step, focus on these 3 rings. We'll address the 4th ring afterwards. Your goal is to stack these 3 from left to right, so that the left ring is on the bottom of the stack and the right ring is on the top. This will take a little practice to be quick at, but if you're having trouble, here's a little more detail. Of your 2 left rings, the one furthest from you will become the middle ring. The one closest to you will become an end ring. You don't have to do any fancy flipping, just slide the rings into position. Now the 4th ring, which is silver in this case, can be oriented in 2 basic ways: towards you or away from you. You want it to be more towards you. I think of it as 3 away, 1 towards. Conveniently, when we positioned the 3 blue rings originally, this one ended up how it needed to be. Now we add a pair like I showed you earlier. This blue ring is our end ring, and the other 2 are the 2 that our open ring will need to rotate through. So, up through the bottom, rotate around 2, and close. If this is your first time, it probably won't be that easy, but the more practice you get at adding pairs, the easier this step will become for you. Once you've got your first pair on, add at least a second pair before setting your rings down. This is to fully establish the pattern. With only 1 pair added, the piece can still flop into an unrecognizable tangle. If this happens, you can either try to get it to look right and continue, or you can take the rings apart and start again. 3 on 1, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, stack them, add a pair, add a pair. So that's my method, and it's taken the people I've taught in person just a fraction of the time that it took for me to learn. I hope this video is as helpful for you, and be aware that it will take some practice to develop your muscle memory, speed, and eye for this weave. Just keep at it, and before long you'll be able to do this easily. Good luck, and thanks for watching.